U.S. officials today raised to 22 the number of people believed to have been affected by some sort of sonic attack during their diplomatic service in Cuba. In response, Secretary of State Rex Tillerson has ordered the expulsion of a large number of Cuban diplomats from this country. Correspondent Rich Edson has the details from the State Department tonight. Rich, good evening.
Good evening, James. And the State Department is expelling 15 Cuban diplomats from the United States. They have 7 days to leave the country. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson says this is in response to Cuba's inability to protect American diplomats in Havana. The department also this morning announced one more confirmed American victim of what have been described as sonic attacks. A State Department official says the U.S. and Cuban governments are still investigating these bizarre attacks and have identified no culprit or cause.
We are not assigning any blame. We don't know who or what is causing this. Cuba has a responsibility under the Vienna Convention to ensure the safety and security of our diplomats and our diplomatic families.
In response, the Cuban Foreign Ministry says, quote, the government of Cuba has no responsibility whatsoever in the alleged incidents, and that it seriously and strictly observes its obligations under the 1961 Vienna Convention. We consider that the decision announced by the Department of State is hasty and that it will affect the bilateral relations. Last week, the State Department ordered all non-essential American staff to leave Cuba. Officials say those diplomats will be out of there by the end of this week. The State Department says it ordered Cuban diplomats out of the U.S. to ensure each country has equal staffing in each other's capitals. Now, a State Department official stresses that these expulsions change no policy towards the Cuban government that the United States has. The U.S. and Cuba still have diplomatic relations, though the Trump administration is scaling back the policies that the Obama administration enacted, moving the two governments closer, as you've reported in detail, James. Back to you.
A lot still to learn about this event. Rich Edson at the State Department tonight. Thank you.